Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Smokeless 37mm series. This is DyerTimes. I am your host, David Dyer, and as promised, we're going to take a look at ReloadableShells.com's Smokeless 37mm round. Then load it up and see what we can do with it. Now, not to worry, if you missed part 1, you can just click here. Now, let's not waste any time and get over to the table where we can get to work. Here we have the projectiles I made in part 1. Let's take a look at Scott Pace's 37mm XD screw-apart shell. The construction is very impressive, and this is a very well-made shell. As long as you don't exceed safe loading practices, these should last forever. The shell is very simple to load. Start by unscrewing it in the middle. This can either be done by hand or with the assistance of a pin wrench. Now, once you have the shell apart, you're going to need a 3/4 inch open-faced wrench in conjunction with your pin wrench, which will remove the vent plug. Then you're ready to prime and charge the casting. Now, you're going to need a large pistol primer for this. It's really important when inserting the primer that you do it with a flat surface. Keep in mind that these will explode, and to minimize the danger of that happening, we place a flat surface larger than the primer over it and gently hammer it into place. Once the primer is seated, add your lift charge. Now, I'm using unique smokeless powder. The load data for these is courtesy of the Launcher King, George Confer, who is better known as Grog. I'll add his link below. Make certain you're using the proper load with the proper powder. If not, the results could be devastating. I want to load a good round, so I'm using 5 grains of unique. Then place the burst disc and screw the vent plug down snugly. Hand tightening this will be sufficient. That's all there is to it. Now, I've had a little trouble getting the fuses to light, so I will mix black powder and denatured alcohol together and make kind of a paste. Then I dip my fuses in it, and it really seems to make a lot of difference getting them to ignite properly. Now, I like to insert the projectile in the tube of the shell before screwing the 2 pieces back together, and that's just my personal preference. Now, I'm going to load a few more of these up, and we'll go down and test them out. I'm using Spike's Tactical Havoc launcher with Chaos stock system. Now, if you'd like to see my review on this, you can click here. Today, I want to be taking the finned projectiles that we loaded earlier and seeing just how accurate they really are. You'll notice down the field a 3x3 window about 100 yards away. So let's load it up, see what I can do. So that was pretty impressive. I mean, hey, at least we can hit the broadside of a barn. But Reloadable Shells also has another 37mm shell, and it's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Is that all you needed?
Yes, indeed, and welcome.
Hi, my name is Molly, and I'm really excited that you invited me out here today because I have never fired a 37mm launcher.
Well, that's excellent, and you're going to get the opportunity to do that today. But first, I want to make you load your own rounds.
I have no idea how to get started.
Well, you actually already have. Let's pick up our brass and hit the bench.
Okay.
The loading process is similar to the XD shell, but much simpler. The tools you will need are a hammer and a punch. I would also recommend a hand primer and hand press with a 45 die. Now, you can do without these, but it makes the process so simple and fast. They can be found from any reloading supplier, all for under $100. We start by depriming the brass you just fired. Did you bring it with you? Excellent. Now, you can do this with the punch or with the hand press. Then we reprime the casting by either the way we did earlier or the hand primer. Add our smokeless powder to the case and a foam insert to keep the powder in place. Then we insert a burst disc and press or gently hammer all of it together. Add our projectile to the shell and we are ready to shoot.
Seems pretty simple. Mind if I do the rest myself?
Not at all. I'll leave you to
All
it.
right.
I'll meet you over at the range when you get finished.
Cool. Thanks. Ready to go. Blast! Put them out.
Well, just to show you how fast we can load this round, let's do a little exercise where I keep you in ammo.
Great. Sounds fun.
All right, let's try it.
All right.
So we're going to start with one loaded 45 ACP round. Have her fire it. She's going to toss it to me. And I've got two other ones here. I'm going to see how fast I can load it and keep her in ammo. So let's see what we can do. I'll go when you shoot. It was super easy to load and the turnaround was really impressive. So if you just have one round at the range, you can just keep shooting all day. So I hope you enjoyed the video, but I'm certain you didn't have as much fun as Molly did.
No, not a chance.
Well, overall, I have not found a more simple and easy to load 37mm projectile and shell. They are durable and will last a lifetime if you take care of them. Now you can order either shell in your choice of black or green for between $23 and $30. Now many of the projectiles we fired today will actually be able to be loaded and fired again, which is a huge plus, but not always a guarantee. You can also find many of the tools, burst discs, projectiles, and of course the shells at reloadableshells.com. I will also add some of the links to a reloading supplier where you can get some of the reloading tools we used in the video today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. It was a great day, and I hope you enjoyed, shooting 37 millimeter.
I did. It was a lot
Excellent.
of fun.
Well, thank you for watching. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm your host, David Dyer, and this was Dyer Times. See you next time.